Next, we will assemble the 23-inch long strap with the 3-inch ring and the center part. We will begin by skiving the tip of the center part, as you can see, and we'll skive this down to a feather edge at the point. And I will skive about 4 inches off of one end of our 23-inch strip. And we'll skive this down to about 1/2 of the thickness. Now the point I will skive down to a feather edge. Next, I will apply glue to about 1.5 inches on the end of our tab. And you'll notice I have marked over here with a pencil where I want to fold it back to. So I will also apply cement there, about 1.5 inches, and now I set this aside and allow it to dry until it gets tacky. We have allowed our cement to dry until it's tacky, so now we can attach our 3-inch ring, and we'll fold it over to the pencil mark we had made and stick it in place. Next, I will sand the back. As you can see, this will be so we can attach the center part. And now we can apply contact cement to this area. As well as to this part of the center part. Now that our cement is dry until it's tacky, we can flip this over and cement the ring and the strap into place. And now we can punch and stitch these parts together. And now with 1 yard of wax linen thread, we will hand stitch these parts together. Now that we have our ring and center plate stitched together, we will punch 5 holes in the other end about 3/4 of an inch apart, as you can see. Next, we will attach a 1-inch roller buckle and a 1-inch chap snap to either end of our 9-inch strap. We'll first start by skiving about 1.5 inches from each end down to about 1/2 the thickness. To accommodate the buckle, I will now punch a 1 or a 3/4 inch oblong punch about 1.5 inches in from one end of the strap. I will fold the strap back and with my pencil put a mark. I will now apply cement to the area up to where I made my mark. And to the other end of the strap. And we'll set this aside and let it dry until it gets tacky. After our cement becomes tacky, we can place our buckle in and cement the tab back, as you can see. We will now punch and stitch this in place. And now we will attach the spring snap to the other end, as you can see, and then we will punch it and stitch it just like we did the other end where the buckle is. Next, we will attach the wings to the center ring, and we'll do that by passing the large tab underneath, as you can see, roll it over, center it, and with the scratch awl we'll make a mark, as you can see, and then we will do as we did before. We'll sand this and apply cement. After our cement has dried until it's tacky, we can fold this over and stick it in place, and then we will draw a line here for our stitch line, and we'll punch and stitch just like we did on the other end with the D-ring. The last thing we need to do to make our breast collar is to prepare the long 36-inch long strips. We'll do this by, first of all, attaching a buckle. So to do that, we'll first skive this end about 1.5 inches, just as we did earlier for the short strap. Coming in about 1.5 inches, we will now punch a hole with our oblong punch to attach the buckle. And now we will cement and stitch this. And on the other end, we will punch 5 holes about 3/4 inch apart, and we'll do this to both of the 36-inch straps. And the last thing to do is take your 36-inch strap with a buckle on the end, feed it through a 1-inch rectangle through the D on the end of the front strap, back through, up through the spring snap, back through another loop, and buckle it. And you're all finished.